Have you been looking to upgrade your Monsgeek M1 but don't know what exactly to do? Maybe you're finding the flex of the M1 to be a little bit too stiff to your liking. Well, look no further since there is an upgrade for the PCB. This is a FlexCut PCB that can be placed in your M1. This is originally for the ACO Mod 007, but it's also compatible with the Monsgeek M1. Opening it up, you'll see the two types of JST connectors. One is for the ACO Mod 007, and the other one is for the Monsgeek M1. As you can see, the Monsgeek M1's outer plastic of the port is much more thinner than the ACO Mod 007. You'll see later why this is important. Then you have the FlexCut PCB, which has per key flex cuts. This upgrade kit cost $149. Disclaimer, this doesn't have RGB. I'm not really sure why it doesn't have any, but I think it's because of the per key flex cuts. It's still south facing and hot swap with the knob on the right side. So to install, you just have to open up your Monsgeek M1, take everything out. Once you get to the replacement for the Type-C connector, make sure you're using the right one. Using the ACO Mod 007 connector won't fit. Then just reassemble everything. Let's hear a quick sound test between the FlexCut and the non-FlexCut PCB. This is why I'm not really a fan of FlexCut, especially with this having per key flex cuts. It really thins out the sound. I much prefer the stock PCB since it's much more poppier and sound fuller. But let's talk about the feel. This is really the only reason why you would want to upgrade to this. But sadly, it's not that noticeable when typing. I couldn't tell the difference because of the case foam, it's too thick. I would suggest replacing the case foam to polyfill for more bounce and probably adding tape pod to help lessen the thinness. Although you can do those mods and still achieve a quite decent bounce even with the stock PCB. So in conclusion, it's really up to you if you want to upgrade your PCB. For me, having a FlexCut PCB can really affect the sound of the overall board. I'm not really a fan of it since it usually thins out the sound. Also, it's quite an expensive upgrade. But if you want a more flexible or more bouncy typing experience, go for it. It's actually nice that this is an option. It really covers a lot of people's preferences. So what do you think? Will you upgrade your Monsgeek M1?